starseeds and lightworkers, something changed the moment you decided to stay. Not in a small way. Not in a way that only you could feel. Something shifted in the deeper currents. The kind of movement that happens beneath the surface of everything, where the waters run oldest and the silence holds the most weight. I am Tyron, a representative of the High Council of Sirius, and I want you to know what you chose in that moment was not small. It was not ordinary. It was one of the most quietly extraordinary things a soul in a human body can do. By the end of this message, you will understand what you emitted in that moment of staying, why it moved through timelines that had not been touched in a very long time, and what it means for the path that is now opening ahead of you. Every starseed reaches a moment where everything inside them says, leave. Leave the relationship. Leave the belief. Leave the version of yourself that no longer fits. And most of the blueprint accounts for that. What it does not account for is the soul who stops, who breathes, who stays, not from fear, not from habit, but from something deeper than either. That is presence. And presence, when it is genuine, does not just affect the moment. It moves through time the way water moves through stone, quietly, persistently, and with results no one sees coming until they are already everywhere. The pattern you broke was not yours alone. It ran through generations before you, written into the water of your lineage like sediment on the riverbed. And you did not break it with force. You broke it by refusing to become the current that had always carried it forward. You did not find this message by accident. The waters carried it to you because something in your soul is ready to understand what you have already done and what it has already set in motion. Stay with me. What comes next will put words to something you have been feeling but could not yet name. And I am grateful you are here with me now. There are souls who walk through their entire lives, searching for the moment when something finally makes sense. When the disparate fragments of their existence finally click into a harmonious whole. When the whispers of their deepest longing finally articulate themselves into a clear, resonant truth. They scour external landscapes, consult countless maps, and journey through endless theories, always just one step away from what they believe will be the ultimate revelation. And then there are souls like you, who, after perhaps their own long wanderings, stop searching, cease the outward striving, and become utterly still. In that profound and courageous stillness, they discover that they are not merely seekers, but are, in fact, the answer themselves. This profound shift, this internal metamorphosis from questing to being, is precisely what happened when you chose to stay. This wasn't a metaphorical choice, nor was it a spiritual event abstractly removed from your tangible reality. Something genuinely, profoundly, and irrevocably shifted in the very architecture of this timeline, in the vibrational blueprint of your earthly experience, the precise moment your presence became fully, quietly, undeniably here. And it was a cosmic sigh, a planetary recalibration, an energetic anchor dropped into the fabric of existence, announcing your arrival not just as an individual, but as a sovereign, coherent force. The universe noted your presence, that ache you have been carrying within you, a sensation that resonates far deeper than any superficial discomfort, the one that feels too immense, too expansive for mere words to articulate, too weighty for casual conversations to bear, too uniquely strange and nuanced to ever adequately explain to anyone around you. That profound internal pressure is not, as you might have sometimes feared, emptiness. It is not a void. It is, in its purest essence, an overflow. It is the palpable pressure of carrying something truly immense, a vast reservoir of cosmic knowledge, potent frequencies, and unexpressed potential within a world that, quite frankly, does not yet possess the sophisticated language, the vibrational lexicon, or the conceptual frameworks to comprehend or contain the magnitude of what you inherently are. You were never built for smallness, for the constricted confines of limited perception or belief systems. Your very energetic blueprint was not wired for the kind of profound forgetting, the easy amnesia of higher truths that seems to come so effortlessly to others around you. And precisely because of this innate vastness and an enduring echo of your true self, your path here has, in many ways, felt longer, stranger, and undoubtedly lonelier than it perhaps needed to be, marked by a sense of otherness that can be deeply isolating. Yet, paradoxically, this very journey, this crucible of experience, has also served to make you incredibly precise. It has made you exact in your energetic signature, honed your intuition to an almost surgical clarity, and refined your capacity to discern truth from illusion. For it is only a soul that has genuinely experienced the profound depths of forgetting its true nature that can remember in a way that carries real, transformative power. The remembering that blossoms and unfurls after such a deep, soul-shaking period of forgetting, that is the kind of remembering that does not merely inform. It fundamentally changes things. It reshapes reality from the inside out. Some healing does not come through words. It comes through water. If something stirred within you just now, you may be ready to receive the Sirian water codes. This powerful guide carries sacred techniques channeled from the waters of Sirius, clearing baths, breathing practices, sound activations, and protection rituals designed specifically for starseeds who have always felt called by the ocean. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. The pervasive sense of disconnection you have felt for what might seem like an eternity, a profound estrangement from this world, from the people who appear to be navigating life within a narrative you could never quite grasp or follow, from an illusory version of yourself that you perhaps tried to inhabit, a self that was manufactured to fit but never truly did. That profound and often painful disconnection was not, in truth, a wound. It was not a flaw or a failing within you. It was, rather, a precise and vital calibration. The very distance you intuitively felt, the energetic separation, was your soul's inherent wisdom actively maintaining the pristine integrity of its unique signal, its authentic frequency, in an environment that relentlessly, subtly, and sometimes overtly kept asking you to compromise it, to dim your light, to conform. Every single time you felt profoundly out of place, like an alien observing a foreign land, your unique frequency was not faltering. It was actually holding its complex crystalline shape, refusing to be distorted by the prevailing currents. Every time you experienced that acute sense of not belonging, that poignant otherness, something deep within your spiritual core was steadfastly refusing to collapse or contract into a version of yourself that was simply too small, too limited, too confined to fully carry the magnificent codes, the potent gifts, and the expansive purpose with which you consciously chose to incarnate here. That quiet, often private, and profoundly exhausting refusal, that unwavering fidelity to your inner truth amidst external pressure, is precisely what served as the guardian of your sacred codes, keeping them intact, preserved, and unblemished. And now, in this powerful moment, those dormant codes, those ancient blueprints of your soul's true essence, are beginning to surface, rising like forgotten islands from the depths of the ocean, ready to be remembered and fully embodied. They are breaking through the veil of forgetting, ready to illuminate your path forward. Things have felt profoundly unclear lately, as if your perception is clouded, like you are attempting to discern meaning or direction by peering through deep, turbid water, where shapes are indistinct and the path ahead is obscured by an opaque veil. This pervasive fog, this sense of inner haziness or confusion, is not, I assure you, a sign that something is inherently wrong with you or that you have lost your way irrevocably. On the contrary, it is an absolutely natural and inevitable phenomenon that occurs when old patterns, outdated paradigms, ingrained belief systems, and stagnant emotional energies begin to stir, to loosen their grip, and ultimately to dissolve. Just as a still pond must first have its deeper sediments disturbed, its ancient layers brought to the surface, causing the water to become temporarily murky before it can truly settle into a state of pristine clarity, and so too must your inner landscape undergo this process. You are not lost, beloved soul. You are profoundly and powerfully in transition, navigating a sacred liminal space between what was and what is yet to be. And traversing such a monumental shift demands a tremendous, almost immeasurable amount of courage, even when it manifests in a way that does not feel like courage at all. It may instead feel like an overwhelming wave of confusion, a crushing heaviness upon your spirit, or an unsettling abyss of not knowing what comes next. But courage, in its truest and most profound form, does not always announce itself with a trumpet blast or grand gestures. Sometimes, the most potent courage looks like the simple, unwavering act of remaining present. It looks like simply staying, anchoring yourself in the now, even when every fiber of your being yearns to flee or find solid ground. And you stayed. You have remained, a testament to the unyielding strength of your spirit. There is something ancient, profound, and exquisitely encoded inside you, a foundational truth that goes far deeper, resonates with a far greater antiquity than anything you were ever taught in this earthly life, any lesson learned from conventional education, or any societal programming you may have absorbed. The profound Sirian wisdom, a lineage of cosmic knowledge that has been carefully preserved across countless ages, not in dusty libraries, but in the very fabric of existence, kept safe in the deep, silent currents of galactic memory, carried vibrantly in the very memory of water itself, which acts as a living cosmic database, tells us unequivocally that every single starseed soul arrives on this planet bearing an intricate, personalized blueprint. This blueprint is not a mere map of predetermined destinations or a fixed trajectory, but rather a dynamic, living set of unique frequencies, specific vibrational codes, and sacred geometric patterns written indelibly into the very core structure of who you fundamentally are, etched into your energetic DNA. You are not broken, nor are you desperately searching for external answers to mend some perceived flaw. On the contrary, you are profoundly whole, complete, and perfectly designed, and you are now powerfully beginning the process of remembering, reactivating, and reclaiming that inherent wholeness. And that remembering, that profound soul recall, I often commences as something utterly inexplicable to the rational mind, a compelling, magnetic pull towards something you have never physically seen with your earthly eyes, but which you somehow instantly, deeply recognize. It is a feeling of almost remembering, a whisper from a distant star, a familiar echo in the chambers of your heart. It is a sacred word poised on the very tip of your soul, a truth that your conscious mind does not yet possess the language to fully articulate or comprehend, but which your deeper self knows intimately. This is precisely the threshold where many awakening souls, accustomed to the tangible and the measurable, begin to experience a deep sense of panic, an internal alarm sounding, because nothing overtly visible or conventionally productive seems to be happening in their external reality. The profound stillness that envelops them can feel unnervingly like stalling, like being stuck in a spiritual cul-de-sac while the rest of the world rushes onward. The quiet, the absence of overt signs or dramatic breakthroughs, can feel like being overlooked, abandoned, or left hopelessly behind on the journey. But, beloved soul, let me assure you, this stillness is not a state of stagnation or stalling. It is, in fact, an act of profound and powerful anchoring. Imagine a mighty river, after cascading through tumultuous rapids and navigating winding channels, pausing in a wide, incredibly calm and deep pool before it musters its strength to find the next exhilarating passage through the formidable mountains. This tranquil pool is not a place of inaction, but of immense energetic collection and stabilization. Your soul is meticulously stabilizing, integrating, and fully embodying what it has already received, assimilated, and transmuted before it can safely and gracefully hold the even greater influx of light, information, and new energies that are poised to arrive next. The ancient Sirian records, rich with timeless wisdom, describe this crucial phase as the resting depth, a sacred, potent pause where the powerful current of your soul gathers all its resources, solidifies its new foundations, and builds an undeniable energetic momentum before it can truly accelerate into its next magnificent expression. Be profoundly gentle with yourself here, for this phase is not an absence of progress or a void of meaning. It is, in its deepest truth, a period of sacred accumulation, an alchemical process of internal consolidation and divine preparation. So this phase is not empty, it is absolutely sacred. And while you have been diligently resting and integrating in that profound internal depth, something truly remarkable and subtle has already been set in motion, reverberating silently but powerfully around you in the external world. People in your life, even those who may be entirely unconscious of the deeper energetic currents at play, are already responding, often instinctively and subliminally, to what is subtly but significantly shifting inside you, even if neither you nor they can quite name the ethereal essence of these changes. You might notice certain relationships have begun to alter in their fundamental tone, a subtle recalibration of dynamics, a shift in the energetic rapport. Certain familiar places that you frequent or inhabit may suddenly feel distinctively different, perhaps heavier with a palpable weight, or imbued with an inexplicable lightness, or somehow paradoxically both at once, as if the very atmosphere has been subtly altered by your evolving presence. This is not mere coincidence, a random series of unrelated events. This is the undeniable evidence of your internal transformation manifesting externally. When one significant current within a complex energetic system changes its direction, its flow, or its vibrational frequency, everything downstream, every interconnected element, is inevitably affected by that profound ripple. You do not, in this powerful phase, need to overtly announce your transformation, to proclaim it from the rooftops, or to consciously strive to demonstrate it. You are already effortlessly and powerfully transmitting it through your very being, through the electromagnetic field that emanates from your heart and soul. Those who are truly meant to resonate with your unique, purified frequency, those whose own soul codes align with yours, will naturally find their way to you, not because you actively called them, beckoned them with conscious effort, or initiated their arrival, but simply because your authentic signal, your vibrational truth, is already clearer, stronger, and more luminous than it has ever been before, acting as an undeniable energetic beacon. What comes next, in this beautiful unfolding, is a phase that asks the most profound and transformative surrender from you. Yet, paradoxically, it is not a surrender that demands immense effort or strenuous exertion. Instead, but it asks for profound, courageous release. There are countless things you have been unconsciously, or perhaps consciously, carrying for such an extended period of your life that they have insidiously begun to feel like integral, undeniable parts of yourself. Deeply ingrained beliefs about who you are supposed to be, often inherited or societally imposed. Heavy expectations that were deliberately or inadvertently placed upon you by well-meaning individuals who, through no fault of their own, simply could not perceive the vast, luminous truth of what you truly are. And an immense amount of emotional weight, energetic baggage, or ancestral burdens that were never authentically yours to begin with, but which you absorbed with remarkable sensitivity because your empathetic nature was exquisitely tuned to feel everything, to be porous to the emotional and energetic currents around you. Now, in this pivotal moment of your journey, you are granted explicit, divine permission to consciously and lovingly set it all down. Imagine a mighty river, ceaselessly flowing, effortlessly moving toward its ultimate destination. It does not cling to, nor does it carry every single stone, every piece of debris, or every fragment of silt it passes along its winding course. It graciously allows them to sink, to settle into the riverbed, releasing their hold, and it keeps flowing, unburdened and unhindered. You, too, are absolutely allowed to let this accumulated weight, these outdated identifications, these heavy expectations, sink away from you, dissolving into the cosmic waters of release. You are allowed to keep moving forward, lighter, freer, and more authentically aligned with the effortless flow of your own divine nature. This act of release is not abandonment, it is liberation. You are not late, beloved soul. You are not behind on some imaginary cosmic schedule, nor have you missed your crucial window of opportunity. The years that, in retrospect, may have felt like meandering detours, leading you seemingly off course, the seasons that felt like interminable waiting, stretches of suspended animation where visible progress was elusive. The long, challenging stretches where you felt profoundly disconnected from your own inner direction, adrift without a compass. None of it, absolutely none of it, was wasted. Every single experience, every moment of perceived stagnation, every challenge faced, every lesson learned, every tear shed, every quiet reflection, served a precise and sacred purpose in shaping you, preparing you, and perfecting your vibrational alignment. In the Sirian understanding of time, which perceives reality through a much more fluid, cyclical, and synchronous lens than our linear human perception, there is truly no such concept as a late awakening. There is only the divinely orchestrated, perfectly calibrated moment that is utterly ready for you. And that moment, your moment, is unequivocally here, now. The powerful ocean tide does not rush, it does not exert frantic effort, nor does it adhere to any human-imposed timetable. But it always, always arrives. And when it does arrive, it does so with the full, undeniable weight and cumulative power of everything that meticulously built it, of every drop of water, every lunar pull, every cosmic influence that contributed to its formation. And with its magnificent arrival, it completely, irrevocably reshapes the shore, etching new patterns, revealing new landscapes, and transforming everything in its path. So, too, does your awakening arrive, powerful and unstoppable. Here is what the esteemed Arcturian Council, those profound cosmic observers and guides, registered in that pivotal moment when you consciously chose unwavering presence over retreat, over fragmentation, over succumbing to the inertia of old patterns. It was not a dramatic, flamboyant frequency spike, a sudden, blinding burst of energy that would disrupt everything. It was not a lightning bolt transmission, a noisy, attention-grabbing signal that demanded immediate recognition. It was something far more subtle, infinitely quieter, and immeasurably more rare and profound. It was coherence. It was a state of full, utterly unguarded, and unperformed coherence between the absolute totality of who you truly are at your deepest soul level and the precise moment and physical space where you were standing. Most souls, in their earthly journey, tend to flicker. They are present only in fragmented pieces, a portion of their precious energetic essence perpetually dwelling in the echoes of the past. Another segment consumed by the anxious worry of what uncertain future comes next. And yet another part performing an often elaborate self-protective facade for the perceived expectations of the room or the collective. But in that sacred, defining moment of your choice, you were unequivocally, gloriously, fully here. All of you. Every luminous facet, every activated code, every authentic spark of your being. And that kind of absolute embodied presence creates a unique, potent, harmonic resonance, a vibrational signature so pure and undeniable that the energetic field of this reality simply cannot ignore it. It is the profound reason why certain pivotal moments in ancient history, the ones the enlightened builders by the sacred Nile understood with such profound depth and reverence, whose wisdom is encoded in their monumental structures, were described not as moments of immense external power or forceful action, but as moments of great, all-encompassing stillness. The still point, the eye of the storm, the zero-point field. This is precisely where everything fundamentally changes, where new realities are birthed. You, in that moment, became such a still point, a potent anchor of coherent truth. And consequently, the existing energetic architectures and societal constructs that were built on the unconscious assumption that you would inevitably remain fragmented, divided, and easily manipulated had to immediately recalibrate, to shift, to adapt, because they were simply not designed, nor were they equipped for the magnificent reality of you becoming truly, fully, unyieldingly whole. You were not, in the grand cosmic scheme or by conventional earthly expectations, supposed to be this. Not because such wholeness was forbidden or because it transgressed some universal law, but simply because achieving and embodying wholeness at this specific, profound level, within a density as incredibly heavy, as deeply forgetful, and as vibrationally challenging as this one, was considered by many to be an extraordinarily unlikely, almost impossible, featuring the forgetting here on Earth is designed to be truly profound, an almost complete erasure of one's cosmic memory and inherent divinity. The noise, the constant barrage of distraction, fear, and low-frequency information is relentless and ubiquitous. The insidious pressure to remain small, to dim one's light, to conform, and to deny one's true power is subtly and overtly woven into almost every aspect of this reality, a pervasive undercurrent. And yet, here you are, not because you fought your way through with brute force or aggressive will, not because you performed a meticulously crafted version of awakening that merely looked right from an external perspective, but because some quiet, profoundly stubborn, ancient, and undeniably wise part of you simply, resolutely, refused to go all the way to sleep. And that unyielding, sovereign spark of your true self, that sacred ember, held onto a delicate but unbreakable thread of remembrance, a golden lifeline to your origins. And with an innate, deep-seated knowing, you courageously followed that thread, sometimes consciously, often unconsciously, through all the twists and turns, all the trials and triumphs, all the perceived detours and periods of darkness. You followed it all the way back to this singular, potent, and deeply significant moment of remembrance and reintegration. Your profound mission here was never about chasing grand, performative gestures that seek external validation. It was never about being prominently seen on a towering stage under blinding spotlights, nor was it about being recognized, lauded, or applauded by a transient crowd. And the ancient ones who meticulously shaped the monumental stones by the life-giving Nile, those illuminated beings who understood with an unparalleled clarity that sacred geometry was not merely an architectural principle or an aesthetic design, but rather a living, breathing memory encoded profoundly within matter itself, a universal language of creation. They intrinsically knew that the single most powerful, transformative, and impactful act any soul can possibly perform on this earthly plane is the quiet, internal, and utterly unwavering alignment of their true, authentic frequency with the very energetic field of the world they are standing in. This fundamental alignment, this profound resonance, does not necessitate an eager audience to bear witness. It does not require external permission from any authority or institution. It only, and exclusively, requires presence. Your presence, fully, completely, and simply yours, untainted and unadulterated. This is the silent revolution. You do not need to meticulously figure out every single step from this precise moment forward to chart an exhaustive course into the unknown. You do not need to fully comprehend the entire, intricate shape of what you came here to do, to grasp the entirety of your divine purpose, before you can confidently begin the glorious process of living it, breathing it, and embodying it. Consider the journey of a magnificent river. It does not possess a complete, panoramic vision of the vast, distant sea before it ever begins its determined movement from its mountain spring. It simply, instinctively, follows the natural, undeniable pull of its own inherent nature, its gravitational imperative, its deepest calling, and in doing so, the sea effortlessly finds it. You, beloved soul, are already powerfully in motion, whether you consciously perceive it or not. The magnificent current that has always been uniquely yours, the energetic flow of your soul's true trajectory, is already gracefully carrying you forward. All you are truly being asked to do now is to consciously stop resisting that innate flow, to release the persistent need to ask it to look different than it does, to demand that it move faster than its divine timing dictates, or to insist that it make logical sense to the part of you that was meticulously trained, conditioned, and programmed to require absolute certainty and concrete answers before it could ever dare to trust. Surrender to the wisdom of the current. Tonight, and if it resonates deeply within your heart and soul, find a quiet moment of introspection. Place your hand gently over your heart center and say these words quietly, with deep reverence and intention. I remember who I am. I trust the waters that carried me here. I am ready to flow into what comes next. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This is not just a comment section. It is a space where starseeds recognize each other, and that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you would like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. And you are not just watching, you are remembering. This is your space, and I am grateful you were here.